It's been way too long since I seen you, looked you in your eye, ride around the town and I just wanna be alright. What's up? Anybody in here know Russ? Y'all follow Russ? We're waiting for this video to upload to Twitter. Yes, to Twitter. What's going on? YouTube just sent me a video or a link. Your channel is now live, Sal. I know. It's me. What do they think? I got some other people running on my channel making sure security purposes. I ain't never get that before. What's up? What's going on? 5:58 p.m. East Coast time. Games are starting in what? What time does the game start tonight? I'm looking right at this. Why am I even asking you? 7 p.m. So ideally, I would have this on the screen behind me, right? But this do not that I am, and I could actually probably backtrack all of it, but I don't know if I want to do that. I went through and I updated everything for tomorrow, just in terms of the names, and then I'm going to start doing the research tonight. I can go through and get everything back if I just uncheck everything, and hopefully I remember to kind of go back and do it so I don't got to redo everything. Cool. I think this is. I think that was it. That was that easy. Look at that. We got everything that we wanted back, anyways. Beautiful. What's going on, Flamin' Finn? What a name. Did it go up? Thank you. It went up. That's what I've been waiting. Like this video right here about the MLB slate tonight. My interest in Herman Marquez. This video just took like for YouTube a minute video. It took like 10 minutes. What's going on, everybody? Let me now go. Mike Thomas, is that the football player? Not the football player. What a shame. What's up? What's going on? How's everybody doing? Let's get into it. Where's everybody at? Let me post a link live. Let's do this. I don't know how many people are in here. If somebody could post in the chat, let me get this thing away from my head so it looks a little bit better. If somebody can post in the chat the link to the stream, that would be greatly appreciated. What's going on, Fred Harris? If anybody's got the link, what's going on, Brian Krebs? What's going on, Free Brady? If anybody's got the link to the stream, let me know, and we could throw that up. I could take the link and just put it on Twitter quick. So that helps me out a ton if somebody's got the link to that. Just throw it in here, and I'll grab it. Otherwise, I'll go and get it manually, but I'll have to put myself on the screen that I'm already on, and oh my God, things will just get crazy. People's heads will blow up. Oh my God, it'd be so crazy. But yeah, we'll get into it. I'll let people file in. I said on Twitter, 6 p.m. If anybody's got the link, that would be greatly appreciated. Whether you want to tweet me the link, or if you can, just drop it in this chat right here. That'd be great. Sal, what's going on? Hey, yo, what's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? I guess we'll just go for try and find the link, I'm assuming. Let's see if this works. I know I only got one laptop. Hey, y'all, what's going on? Here's the link. Beautiful. Look at that. There I am. Pretty cool. And we're going to hit this with a live now. Bang. Let's see if that takes us to where we need to go, and then we'll be good to go. I believe this is live, and it sure as hell is. Cool. We good to go, gang. We live now. What's up? Hardest working man in DFS right here. What's going on, Brian Krebs? Yeah, we're already working on tomorrow's slate for the... tomorrow's going to be a difficult one. Now, there's only a 2-game NFL slate, so that makes it a lot easier. Half as easy as today for research for obvious reasons. But 5-game WNBA slate, those in terms of making the projections take a while, projecting 10 teams minutes. And by a while, I mean like an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes compared to the normal 3-game slates that take me 40 minutes. It's just much longer. And then obviously Sunday baseball. So looking at probably a 4 a.m. rise tomorrow on the East Coast instead of a 5 a.m. rise, but got to get things done. Still have to have the social life with the girlfriend on the weekend, and you got to grind. If you want something and you enjoy doing something, you got to grind for it. Not really sure why these aren't. They're not grabbing over because we can get these to grab over all these stats real quickly. Bang, bang. Wow, we're going all the way back to Alvin Kamara. We don't want this stuff on there. So it's just, the stats aren't going to grab over, and it's really just because I pulled out the different salaries. I have the salaries in for tomorrow night's games, and I don't really want to change it. So what's up, everybody? Let's win some money. Yeah, definitely. Hello, Brian Krabs, run it. Hudson won me some money again last night, LOL. Yeah, man. Yeah, I was all over Hudson. I mean, Hudson and Ryan Griffin were the obvious options. They were mad chalky in cash games, mad chalky everywhere across the board. I'm just trying to win tonight. I'm tired of losing. I hope the fantasy gods is on my side tonight. Yeah, I mean, you're facing, how many people are in these contests? How many people's in the big 20,000 or first contest tonight? What is it? 11,000. You're facing 12,000 people. So if you're playing that one trying to win, I mean, don't think that you're terrible at DFS. You're playing a contest where 18% of the field's winning any money at all, and only one person out of those 12,000 or so is actually winning first place. So, I mean, you need to get really lucky. DFS does have skill. That's why it was legal before sports betting. It was skills-based. There's definitely skill. There's reasons why people like Awesemo. There's reasons why people like Chipotle, Wakey, whoever the professional you want to talk about, there's reasons why they win all the time. It's skill-based. Now, obviously, there's different things when you have a lot more money that you can do in terms of max entering and all of that, but you could be skill-based in cash. You could be skill-based in single entries and 3 maxes, and then take advantage of those until you can kind of work your way up, or maybe just get lucky and you have one big bink. But what's going on? Mahomes or Webb, says Bren. Mahomes by a mile. If you're going to be comparing Mahomes to Webb, Mahomes by a mile. Andy Reid said that the ones are going to play the first half or so. So that means they're going to have to play more than a quarter. You don't say the first half or so unless they're playing more than a quarter. I project around 24 possessions is what me and a beat writer were talking about. 24, not possessions, 24 snaps today. They played 1 possession last time with 8 snaps. So 3 possessions is probably what I'm thinking for the starters today. Right there is what I feel good with. And compared to Joe Webb, yeah, I definitely want more of that. I don't think in terms of Mahomes, I don't think Watson plays much, if at all. But it's not just going to be Joe Webb today. If anything, Joe Webb plays 2.5 quarters at most. And then they got this guy Tahamu, whatever his name is. Hawaiian, maybe, I guess. But Tamahu is going to come in as well in the 3rd and 4th quarter, depending on how much run he gets. We don't know. But even if Watson doesn't play, I don't like Webb. Webb played the entire, he's not a good quarterback. He just had the entire game to play last time. Joe Webb played the entire game, and what do you have? 200 yards, 2 interceptions, 1 TD, and 40 rushing yards. You cut that in half, or you cut that in, take off 40% of that production that he had last game. Now you're looking at 25 rushing yards. You're looking at 120 passing yards and maybe a touchdown. That's not getting you anywhere tonight. Now, obviously, it's not as easy as doing that for a 1-game sample, but I'm just trying to go off of something that Joe Webb's a bad quarterback. He's a goddamn wide receiver when he came into this league, right? So, yeah. Me too. Is Mahomes playing the first half? Yeah, so hopefully that helps people. Mahomes, Andy Reid said in his press conference yesterday that the ones are going to play the first half or about that. And again, you don't say they're playing at least a quarter and a half, then is what I would guess from that. So I would say about 3 possessions, depending on who gets the ball first and whatnot. And then he said the 2s are going to play the 3rd, the 3s are going to play the 4th quarter. So he said a half or about that. So I would imagine that leans more so than towards them playing a quarter and a half to 2 quarters than them just playing a quarter like they did last week. Any word on KC play? So that's pretty much where it is with that. That Penn State vet early was dope. What's going on, Jason Carmen? Yeah, I'm a Penn State alumni. So you're talking about the zip up? Yeah, it's a quarter zip. I got that for $18, a Nike Dry Fit quarter zip at the Penn State Beaver Stadium because they were doing a flash sale. Me and my buddy got one. His dad got one. There was 10 of them left. And we were like, oh, damn, we're doing this. It was $18. Originally $70. I don't know why the hell they were selling them for that cheap, but something was wrong. I mean, it worked. They got us to buy them. I was 4th in a $9,000 tournament. It's all in the mix and match. Attaboy, Cloudy Johnny. 4th in a $9,000 contest. That was last night. Was that the one last night? There was only 9. There had to be more than 9,000 people in that contest last night. Is that all there were? There might have only been 9,000 at 3-game slate. Congrats. 4th probably binked you what? Maybe $1,000. Congrats. Darwin Thompson, Brandon Bolden, and Nick Brozette. Darwin Thompson by a mile, Sports ELB. So, look, Damian Harris is probably going to play today, I would imagine, for the Patriots. That knocks Nick Brozette, or whatever his name is, and his 22 carries down from his 22 carries to 12 carries, right? And Brandon Bolden is more so a matter of does James White play, does Rex Burkhead play? If one of those guys plays, or Damian Harris, I have much less interest. But it's Darwin Thompson for me. I imagine Thompson gets somewhere between the neighborhood of 7 and 10 touches today, and that's enough for me to think that he can have some upside against just, 3rd and 4th stringers, and he's just an absolute monster. Didn't know the Browns and Colts were playing now. Could have bet on it. Yeah, they had a terrible contest structure. Showdown obviously stinks, and there was only 2,000 to first. But yeah, Jalen Strong scored a touchdown. Eric Ebron scored a touchdown. And somebody else scored a touchdown. Can't remember. Dearness Johnson for the Browns. What's going on? Devlin Hodges, question mark? Yeah, Hodges probably plays a quarter at most today, so just him compared to everybody else. He's in my tier 3 of quarterbacks all the way at the bottom, so I'm not going to be getting there. Or maybe bottom of tier 2. Andy Reid said Mahomes might play the whole first half or maybe close to it. Definitely. Yep, that's what he said, B-Paul. That's exactly the words he said, or close to that. Yep. Watson, Tyreek, Kelsey. Travis Kelsey, if he played 2 drives today, would be a lock. And now there's upside for him to play 4, most likely 3. Travis Kelsey is the best tight end play on the slate today. You tell me he's going to play a quarter and a half compared to all the other tight ends that'll play a quarter and a half today. It's not even close. And Mahomes is throwing him the ball in their fast-paced offense. Yes, I like Mahomes. I like Travis Kelsey a lot. Tyreek Hill, he's still dealing with a little bit of a naggy injury, so if anybody on the first team was to come out early, it would be him. But again, he's a one-shot. He's not a one-trick pony, but he's kind of a one-play thing. He gets you the 60-yard touchdown in no time, and then you're all set to go. So all of them are in the play. I much prefer, in this order out of those 3 big guys in KC, Kelsey, Mahomes, and Tyreek Hill. What running back will start for KC or the Pats? For the Pats, it depends on who they want to start. Do they still give Sony Michel and Rex Burkhead the day off. They should. They've both been dealing with some injuries. Then if that's the case, we have to see if James White starts. And then if he's not, well, then you're going to get Damian Harris starting. And if for some reason they hold him out again, so that's the order that it goes. Sony Michel's the number one running back on the team right now. If he's not playing, if he's not starting, then it's going to go to James White. If he's not playing, then it's going to go to probably Damian Harris because I don't think Burkhead plays either way. For running back for the Chiefs, I imagine Damian Williams is going to get the start. Then Carlos Hyde comes in. And then I hope Darrell Williams comes in because then that means that Darwin Thompson, who I love so much just in general, I think Darwin Thompson will be the starting running back for the Chiefs at some point this year. And if he comes in as the third guy off the bench, well, Yahtzee, he's going up against third stringers. He comes in as the fourth guy off the bench in the third quarter. Yahtzee, that guy is going to bulldoze over some street clothes players. All about the grind. Detroit, what's going on, Brian Anderson? Let's keep up with these. I love it. We got a lot of people in here. How many people are in here? 59 people for us. I mean, I was only going to stay until 6:30 because yesterday we topped out at like 50 people. But I mean, if you guys want to come in here, if we push 100 people, I gotta fix my lineups. Not fix my lineups, but make sure that there's. Alex is just subscribe to your YouTube. What's going on, Alex? Thank you. But I got to fix my lineups in terms of just making sure nobody is out. Like yesterday, we got the news that what's his name wasn't playing. The running backs, David Montgomery for the Bears. Mahomes or Stidham, says Sports ELB. Yeah, ELB. That's the call tonight. Do you want to go to Mahomes? Do you want to go to Stidham? So the issue with the Patriots' third string quarterback is Tom Brady could play a half today. Like that's not out of the question. I don't think it happens. He's played only eight snaps per game 2 for the first three. For the first 3, just got an email. So for the first 3 is where he's played sort of 2014 to 2017 is where he played 8 snaps per game. I was reading an email, sorry. But one of those he didn't play. But the last year he played the whole first half. Can he play the whole first half again? I don't know why he would, but he could. So that's going to really impact third string Stidham, whatever his name is playing time. But I can't get away from Mahomes if I realistically think he's going to take 24 snaps today. And out of those 24 snaps, he's going to throw the ball 15, 16 times. I can't get away from Mahomes if he's going to throw 15 or 16 times. I mean, the guy's just dynamite. But again, Stidham would be the guy that I probably go to. I'm probably butchering the name. I don't know. But he's probably the guy that I go to the most. Even with Mason starting. Jason Carmen. Even with Mason starting, yeah, Mason will start, play a quarter and a half. Dobbs, I imagine, plays a quarter and a half. And then what you have left is Hodges playing a quarter or so. How much was your biggest wins, if you feel comfortable saying? Yeah, free Brady. My biggest win was $10,000. I won a $10,000 contest and a $5,000 contest. Never been somebody to try and flaunt that I'm winning 50 or 100K out here. I hope I do. But yeah, I enter a lot of single entries, a lot of 3-mans. Won 10,000. That's on the course page. I'm open to say that. If you don't have to buy the course to see it. It's on the page of the course itself, where it's like kind of the selling page. Won $10,000 and a $5,000 first. $5,000 was recently in the Masters, and I literally lost. I would have won another $10,000 in that Masters to first. The last hole of the entire tournament was Tiger Woods, and he. He was, so it was before Tiger won the Masters, and why can't I think? Tony Finau. Tony Finau had like a 11 or 12 foot par putt. If he misses it, I win $10,000. He makes it, we were tied. But if you hit a par, you get like a half a point. If you miss it, you get a bogey, you lose a half a point. We were tied on the last hole of the whole goddamn tournament, and I dropped from 10 to 5. And then in baseball, the biggest win I had so far this year in baseball was 3,000. Finished 4th in one of the big contests. Finished 6th and 8th in some of the big ones, but that was early on. Got really lucky early on in baseball this season, and it's been just like downhill, slowly downhill over the last month of MLB season. It's just been brutal. Hey Sal, Brady not suiting up. More interest in Stidham. So Brady's not suiting up. What's going on, Alex? Yeah, a lot of interest in Stidham. Hoyer should play a half, and then Stidham should play a half. So the gap between Mahomes and Stidham has now kind of tilted towards Stidham. I'm going to have to adjust some lineups probably. Mahomes is still fantastic, but Stidham might play 2.5, 3 quarters today. So Brady is officially out, right? We're going to trust Alex's word on this one. Let's see. We've got news that Brady is out. Get our tweet deck. Oh, we got all cap Brady in here. I agree. 5K twice, 4K once. Attaboy, Brian Anderson. Yeah, and then in NBA, I won $3,000, finished 6th. And if I can't remember his name either, but if he would have hit a guy for the backup point guard, got a bunch of run at one point for the Timberwolves this year. If he hits a game-tying 3 to send it into overtime, I would have won the 100K prize pool that night. It rimmed out. If he gets it into overtime, I'm like 6 points behind first with 4 guys in OT. Nobody else had more than 2. Very heartbreaking. I was in a bar that night. Rarely went to bars during college because doing all this DFS stuff towards the final couple of weeks. Okay, Brady isn't suiting up. Brady out. Brady won't play. Tom Brady isn't playing. All this. I believe Brady's out. Sent you that email, broski. Thank you, Austin. I saw it pop up. Trying to read it and then got distracted. 149-12 in NBA one night. Attaboy, Dark Duck. Top wide receiver plays. Yeah, we can get to the wide receivers in a second. What are your thoughts on Berrios and Myers? I much prefer Berrios. Myers is going to be over-owned. Yes, Myers is probably the better player, but he's going to be ridiculously over-owned. People are going to flock to the two-touchdown performance, when realistically, the 2 touchdowns is not something that's going to be very repeatable, in my opinion. It's definitely not. They're so volatile. So as everybody jumps on the 35-40% owned Jacoby Myers, I'm just going to go to Berrios, who I believe is very similar talent-wise, and I'm not going to pencil in Myers for 2 touchdowns a game as everybody else who wants to own him today is. So I prefer Berrios over Myers. Have you ever had 100K winning, then it goes all the way down to $100? It's horrible, says Cloudy Johnny. No, I haven't, but like I just said for the NBA, if I can't remember his name. Anybody remember the Minnesota Twins backup guards this year when Derrick Rose and Jeff Teague were injured all the time? The guy was seeing so much time. He missed a game time 3 at the buzzer. I would have had Towns, that guy, Wiggins, and somebody else on the other team going into overtime down 6 with 4 guys, and they only had 2, and I was just, oh my God. It was terrible. Do you trust Sammy Watkins or McCole Hardman? I trust more of Hardman, to be honest with you. Have you ever had no? Okay, so what's your thoughts on Barris? Said that. Thanks, Sal, for all your help. I haven't won anything recently. Tied for 3rd on Monday through Thursday contest 2 years back, 2,200. Kelsey, yeah, let everybody get down in here. Let me know the most that you won in DraftKings. I'm not somebody who's going to lie about what I've done. I have not won 50K. I have not won 100K. Again, very close, but a lot of people have been very close. 10K and 5K were my 2 single tournament wins. Biggest night wins were the 10K, where I took home like 13K that night. And then, yeah, the Masters was just literally Tony Finau hitting a birdie. That was a very hard birdie, sinking my pocket for another about 6K that night. I bet 200 on the Panthers winning Super Bowl this year. I laughed my ass off. I think the Panthers are going to be very underrated. They look fantastic. Wide receiver corps looking good early on. I second that Watson question. I wanted him to be my sneaky KC starter. Yeah, so Hardman will be more owned than Watkins, I imagine. Tyreek Hill, I don't think is going to be the guy who goes the whole quarter and a half to 2 quarters that these starters go, dealing still with a little bit of an injury. So yeah, Watkins can be sneaky. I do prefer Hardman. Need 2 top wide receivers and 1 top running back besides D. Thompson. Benny Snell is going to be great today. He'll be highly owned. Darrell Henderson is going to be great today. He'll be highly owned. Wide receivers, there's so many. I mean, we have them on the tiers on Patreon right now. There's guys that I love. James Washington will be the chalk guy. I love Janaea Johnson. Janaea Johnson had 8 targets last week. He's a big guy. It's just a matter of, can Cooper Rush throw a football? I don't know. Tyus Jones. No. So it wasn't Tyus Jones. That's a good guess. Keep going. Tyus Jones was also out during this time. There was that stretch of like 1 to 2 weeks where Tyus Jones was out, Jeff Teague was out, and Derrick Rose were out. All 3 of those guys were out, and this guy was playing like 34, 35 minutes a game, maybe even more some games. I can't remember his goddamn name. Do you like Benny Snell, says Jason? Yeah, Benny Snell's my favorite running back tonight. It's as simple as that. Guy had 16 opportunities, 15 touches last week, and they're probably going to give him more this week. It's as simple as that. Needs to get some Darwin in there. Yeah, Darwin for sure. Most I've won is 200, and I watch lots of advice. Yeah, I mean, keep at it. Depends on how much you're playing. If you're playing $2, $3 a day, $200 is clearly a great return on investment, 100x. Cody Thompson or Hardman? Hardman. Bunch of emails coming through right now for me. Weird how the chat pops up in Sal's window in a different order than chat room. Really? Is that true? Yeah, I don't know why it's popping up like that. What Titan running back will start? Well, I don't think Deion Lewis is starting today. And this is so shitty that I don't have the teams right here, so I can't quickly see. Titans running back that's going to start. I'll tell you the one that you need to have if you want any of them. The only one that's worth a goddamn damn is McNichols. Deion Lewis maybe starts and gets some run. If not, probably McNichols. I don't think they're going to play Derrick Henry. I think he's done for the whole season. Do you follow Al Seinfeld? Yeah, or Seinfeld, whatever his name is. Yeah, I do. We actually talked yesterday. He told me congrats on the growth because I tried to get I reached out to him just saying, hey, do you want to collab for a video or a weekly thing? Maybe compare our first looks, not in any competitive way, just for fun for viewers and things like that. So yeah, I do. Why do you ask, Free Brady? Are you going to do videos on college football? I will not do videos on college football, Bren. Thoughts on Bolden from the Pats? Bolden from the Pats, have the Pats injury report come out yet? If there's no White and there's no Burkhead, he's okay. If there's no Harris, he's a little bit better. But nothing really crazy there that I like too much. If all those guys are out, though, Bolden becomes a decent. Yes, Jared Bayless. Yes, somebody said it. Jared Bayless missed a game-tying three-pointer to send the game to overtime. It didn't fully rim out, but like it hit like the one corner and then went to the other side. He fucking bricked the shot. I don't know why I said it rimmed out, but he had the shot. He makes it. I'm down like 6 going into overtime with 5 minutes or whatever NBA overtime is. Down 6 with 2 more players than anybody else. Sitting in a bar. My whole body was shaking because I hadn't checked DraftKings like for an hour and a half because I thought I was just dead in the water. And then I saw like every 30 seconds, jump again. Jump, you're 6. I was like, holy shit. Favorite D tonight. I like the Texans. Look, you can go to Fantasy Labs right now and you can see who has the lowest implied team totals on the slate. We can do that quickly. I win mostly in MEA, but I'm going to focus more on NFL this year than normal. Preseason is just a toss-up a lot. You have to make smart picks, but can't be mad if you get a 0. Yeah, Commander, I believe so, but I think if you put the work in, you kind of know where the edges are. A little bit less now, like people like myself are making content. I do believe that, there's only limited people doing it for free in terms of on YouTube. Let's get to the NFL here so we can see these totals. But in terms of the person who asked about my favorite defense, yeah, so thank you for the people who said Jared Bayless. A.J. Brown, Cornell Coleman. So A.J. Brown I like moving forward, second-round pick for the Titans, but not somebody right now. He just got back from practicing this week from an injury. If he plays at all, they're going to limit him way more than the rest of the starters, so not a guy that I can get to. $15K in the Super Bowl, second half only. That's for the last second Shank Zerline thanks. He says, oh, wow, you won $15K in the second half only? Wow. Yeah, so it was Jared Bayless for all those that said. Is Patrick still the QB pick? Him, or now that Brady's out, it's going to be... It's either going to be Pat Holmes today, Patrick Holmes, or Jared Stidham, whatever the fuck his name is. One of those two guys, or Logan Woodside is my third option. I'm not even positive where I'm going yet with Patrick Mahomes. It's crazy to think about that, but I think that now the Patriots backup. Wow, I'm like burping. This is disgusting, but I got I don't know what the hell's stuck on me talking too much. Yeah, but Stidham is going to be a guy. How many people in here? 81. Wow, so many of you. If indeed you want to donate to the channel, there is a $ super chat in the bottom of the corner of the chat. If you do feel the need to donate, you can donate there. You can support me also on Patreon. Cool. So let me get this slate up. Let me get these 4 games up. So the Cowboys defense is one that I put in there, but then I like the Texans against, I think just the Cowboys, overall the Rams secondary units for quarterbacks aren't great, but I think the Lions are much worse. Ayo Rhino says Mahomes is going to F us over again like he did last week. I don't know why the hell you were on Mahomes last week. I was very clear not to play Mahomes, especially on Twitter. He was going to play 1 quarter. He got 1 possession. He threw the ball 6 times. You're not going to do anything with that. Mahomes, Hardman, Kelsey, Thompson in the same lineup, okay? Question mark. It's fine. Yeah, I don't think it's terrible. I think it's fine. Damian Harris over Brizzetti. Yeah, if Damian Harris plays, have those reports come out? I imagine since Brady's out. If Damian Harris plays, I prefer him over Brizzetti, whatever his name is. FanDuel question, do you believe they use bots? No, I don't. Tired of seeing Big Papa win every tournament. No, I don't. He's just very good. He has a very good algorithm. He has a very good process. He can max enter. How does he get all of his starts so perfect? Discouraging. He's not getting them all so perfect. The ones that you see him win are the ones that you usually remember, the ones that he actually loses. He's a profitable player. He knows how to do it. So... no, there's no bots over there. These people are good at what they do. I know it's tough, LOL, but top defensive picks. I'm going to the Rams personally against a terrible 2. Yeah, there's so many options you can go to. The Rams right now, I probably wouldn't go to. Dallas has, you can go to the Rams. I shouldn't say it. Dallas has a 3rd lowest total. I'm getting to the Texans the most against the Lions, who I think have the worst quarterback trio or whatever he's going to pull out there tonight. And then I do like the Cowboys as well. What else we got in questions? Wide receiver pick, says Nathan. Loads of wide receivers today. I kind of like just a bunch of different wide receivers. Personally, I think getting away from Jacoby Myers is going to be a good move tonight. King of spreadsheets, says my friend Jared. I think he's going to be a good move to get away from. I do like Berrios. I like some other players as well that we kind of listed on Patreon and sort of on this list right here. Hardman's fine today as I go a little bit deeper. I think Javea Johnson for the Cowboys is interesting, but he's just going to be sort of difficult to really want to get. Oh, we're losing connection. We just lost the Wi-Fi. Is everything still going? Are we still live? What are you doing here? Seems like we're live. Lost the Wi-Fi. But 90 people in here. Hey, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit the goddamn subscribe button. Commander says dead. Hey, we're still going. We're good. Demir Crockett for the Texans. Yeah, Crockett's in my second tier of running backs that I like today. I think he gets more work today overall. Definitely. Good pass blocking back, so he should stay on the field more. Berrios Myers stack, question mark. I'm just picking one. Mahomes gonna, yeah, you said that already. Off topic question, but do you like this as a full-time job? You deserve to blow this up, man. You're a beast. I just decided 3 or 4 days ago that I'm gonna do this full-time during the NFL season. Had a couple of full-time offers come through in Raleigh / still coming through. Still gonna weigh them out depending, but there's enough upside coming in through Patreon and the channel right now, and some other just advertising deals that doesn't affect any of you guys really. And so I'm going to try and do this full-time during the NFL season. And if shit goes sideways, if YouTube shuts down tomorrow, then I can just go get a job, right? It's as simple as that. Why not? So if you think if you think that's a good idea, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm spending 30 hours to 40 hours a week doing this right now. So if I got a full-time job, be around the clock, I would probably stay up till 2 in the morning and wake up at 4:30. Kind of what I'm doing right now, but who cares? You like Brissett more than Bolden? I don't like Alex. If indeed Harris is starting, I don't like either of them. And then if James White is going to play some, I don't like either of them. I don't know what the reporting is. So if you're the Alex who just subscribed, also thank you for subscribing. If you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel. What are you waiting for? There's like 100 of you in here. How the hell do we got 91 people for a 3-game preseason slate? This is crazy. This is so fun. Let's look up some of this injury news, gang. If somebody gets a depth chart up, that'd be great because then I can answer these running back questions for the Patriots much easier. This is so fun, yo. We're live for football. I didn't ever think this day was going to come. Patriots. Is the Patriots depth chart out, or did all they say was that Brady's not playing? Look at all these people just spamming. Man, these people. I don't think anything's out yet, so we'll just wait more. Wow, your top tight ends besides Kelsey. What's going on, What do we got? The top tight ends behind Kelsey is going to be Blake Jarwin, and it's going to be Blake Bell. Is his name Blake? Why do I think his name's Blake? Is that not right? Yeah, it's Blake Bell, the other tight end for the Kansas City. So top tight ends, Kelsey's on a tier of his own. So I'll give this away because it's the tight ends. Who cares? Kelsey's on a tier of his own. Blake Jarwin, and then Blake Bell. And that's really all I'd have interest in. I have a third tier, but at that point, it's just like if you're like, Sal, I don't trust your other tier, screw you. Which I don't know why you would at that point. The Sharks make dummy lineups that win too. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get into the conspiracy of all that. I think they're good. I think they lose a lot. I think they win a lot. And when they do win, they big high so people see that and they're like, oh my God, these people are cheating. No, they're just really good at what they do. And they spend probably 80 hours a week on this compared to many people who spend 1 hour a day. So usually when you 10x somebody else's time put in, you can do really good at whatever that is. So I think that they're all great. I think that if you want to get that good, that you got to save money up on the side, learn it, study them, and people do that. You look at Manny Laura. He was just a normal dude who started studying it. If you don't know who Manny Laura is, he does DFS. You can track his whole journey through all of his streams on Twitch. And he banked big in the NFL season last year, like 40K, I think, and he banked 50K like 2 weeks ago in the MLB or a month ago. We're good. Yelder, yes. If there's said thing as lock for double-digit points in preseason, I'd go with Thompson of the Chiefs. Darwin Thompson for a lock of double-digit points. If we're not counting quarterbacks, he's like one of 5 guys, I would say, yeah. Biggest question seems to be Mahomes or Stidman. That's what it does seem. With no Brady, Stidman's probably going to play 2.5 to 3 quarters today compared to, at best, probably Pat Mahomes playing a quarter and a half. So you get maybe double the amount of time, a quarter more for another guy who's worse but playing worse defenders and has more opportunities. I probably go, if I'm probably going to play 4 lineups tonight. I currently have 4 in. I'll probably go 2 Mahomes, 2 Stidman, to be honest. I don't have a way to lean unless I think of something else. I'll probably stay live also for 10 more minutes, so get the questions in. 97. If we break 100, I'll stay live for 15 more minutes. How about that? Crazy. Thanks for the bots. What does this say? Just a question. How do you fade Myers but play Steidman? Then you play Berrios. That's why. You fade Myers. You can play Myers as well. I'm not saying to automatically fade him. I'm not definitely going to fade him in all 4 of my lineups. I'm just saying the man's going to be way too over-owned because he scored 2 touchdowns last week. Can he score 2 touchdowns tonight? Yeah. Is it likely? No. Do people want to play him as if he will? Yeah. So there's going to be a huge ownership discount on a guy like Berrios on his own team. Thanks for the bots answer, man. For the bots answer, dude must be very wealthy, and I agree above. You spend so much time with us, you deserve it. How do you fade Myers? Good for you, man. You're good. Washington wide receiver for Pitt. Washington, the wide receiver for Pitt. Yes, I like him a lot. He'd be the guy. Let's collab, Sal, on some NBA. DM me, says Dog Fan. Yeah, I mean, DM me. I don't know what you want to do in terms of collabing, but I'll probably just be doing the same stuff I did last year. Washington wide receiver for Pittsburgh. Yeah, James Washington's going to be chalky as well. I do prefer James Washington over Myers, which might be wrong. I have to think about that more. Thoughts on Benny Snell tonight? I like him. He's my favorite running back tonight in terms of pure opportunities. There's guys with upside like Darrell Henderson, definitely Darwin Thompson, a couple other players depending on if there's injuries or not. But yeah, Snell in terms of the amount of touches he'll see, it's probably going to see a minimum of 12 with the upside of honestly 20, depending on how many they give Samuel. Who do you like in the Rams-Cowboys game? Javea Johnson. That's about it. Mike Thomas on the Rams. Mike Thomas is a deep sleeper today, so is Javea Johnson. Myers, Washington, Berrios, or Hardman for the last flex. I'm going to go Berrios because he's lower owned. He'll be the lowest owned of all of them, and I think he has upside. Again, I go Berrios because he's the lowest owned. Who did we decide that Stidman would be throwing to? Izzo? Question mark. I like Berrios. Jarwin questionable. Interesting. Jarwin confirmed playing? Question mark. What do we got? Follower. Just gonna send it. Tyler Cruz said that earlier. Awesome. Top 3 wide receiver interests. There's a ton of them. You got to go to James Washington. Myers, I'm going to fade for Berrios most likely. Javea Johnson is a good play today, in my opinion. If I'm just going to quick. Hardman is also a good play. Should see some more run. Gunnar Olszewicz, whatever his name is, he was a D-back converted wide receiver for the Patriots. There's a ton of guys injured for the Patriots at wide receiver. There's going to be like 5 or 6 guys at most out there today. So a lot of those guys are interesting. Makes me lean more of Stidman and his receivers, which again, doesn't mean you have to fade Myers just because I think you should get less of him. You can play him in your lineups. I wouldn't 100% him though. Commander donates $1.99 to the channel. Thank you so much. Who should I stack with Stidham? I would definitely go Berrios. For one guy, I think Dontrell Inman is interesting. Should have to play more today because there's so many guys out right now. If you go look at the Patriots depth chart, at least 5 wide receivers are out, maybe 6 today, based on where they had last week. So Berrios is kind of the wide receiver one that I like based on ownership. You can still go to Myers. I mean, you don't have to automatically fade him. If he catches 5 balls for 50 yards, he's probably going to be needed. So Myers and Berrios, I do prefer Berrios in terms of stacking there. And probably not going to get to any tight ends. I do think that Dontrell Inman is also interesting. And then Gunnar, whatever, Olszewicz is going to be very low owned on the back end of that. So thank you, Commander, for donating $1.99 to the channel. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. No love for Joe Webb. Compared to other guys, Joe Webb's terrible. He only did good last week because he got to play all 4 quarters. At best today, he'll play 2.5 quarters. And he might only play 2 if they give Deshaun Watson any run. So no love for him. In 4 quarters, all he did was throw for 200 yards and rush for 40. If you imagine he plays half of that today and most of that half against better players in terms of the defense, I can't see Joe Webb throwing for over 150 yards. I can't see him throwing for more than 1 touchdown. I can't see him rushing for more than like 20 yards. And that's just way worse than probably 3, at least, other quarterbacks on the slate for me. Jason says, bro, you're awesome. No, Jason, you're awesome. Woke up today. I'm still going to send it. Hey, keep doing it, brother. Hey, brother, just wanted to say thank you for all your time and insight. Thank you, Rhythm Beast. You're the best. If you were wondering, you can donate through Super Chat. That is what that is. Somebody asked what the blue thing is. That is the Super Chat. It's just like YouTube's Twitch type of thing where you can like send tokens or whatever. That's the best that YouTube can do for the creators. Is Blake Jarwin playing this week? I was rolling with McElroy or whatever their 3rd string tight end is. I don't know if he's playing. Is he out? Like, has he been already ruled out and I just missed that? Maybe. I haven't seen any of the news, though, right now. Who are the players you didn't do anything last week, but big chance to break out today? Maybe not didn't do anything last week, Todd, but Javea Johnson for the Dallas Cowboys is one of those names, and so is Berrios for the New England Patriots. Kelly or Anderson? Or Henderson. Trying to play. Jarwin has a foot sprain, Sal. So he's done? He's not playing? Not done, but he's not playing today. Woodside in play in a big GPP or go to Stidman. Woodside's my 3rd favorite QB today. Right now it's 1A, 1B with Mahomes and Stidham. Crazy that's even in question. 3 weeks from now, you'll be like, are you serious? If this was 3 weeks from now. But I do think Woodside is interesting. I just don't think he gets as much upside in terms of like overall players he'll be on the field with. Obviously Mahomes and his team. But then even the Patriots' depth is pretty good. It's actually really good at wide receiver depth. Best defense. Who's your number 1 wide receiver tonight? Number 1 wide receiver? That's tough. I mean, if we're considering ownership and we're not playing cash here, Berrios is my number 1 wide receiver because I love the leverage you get off of him from Myers. Tyron Johnson. Yeah, Tyron Johnson I haven't talked about either. That's not my number 1 receiver. These are not ranks right here. Don't think about it like that. It's just filtering it just randomly based on what I put. Michael Gallup? No, I think Michael Gallup. No, I'm not going there. Just got here. Did you talk about the KC starters? Yes, Andy Reid said that they would play the first half or about that. So I imagine a quarter and a half for the KC starters if we're talking conservatively. Late to the party. How do you feel about Tyreek? Good stuff, man. Yeah, thank you. Tyreek, I'm not going to get to as much as a Travis Kelce or a Mahomes or even a Darwin Thompson or even a Hardman, just because he has been dealing with an injury. Now, in the first play of the game, he can catch an 80-yard touchdown. So don't come back here and say, Sal, you idiot. No, because I think that in terms of the whole starting unit playing a quarter of a half to 2 quarters, Hill probably plays a quarter in there since he was dealing with an injury like a week ago. Woodside with Hollister and a big GVP? Yeah, I think it's fine. Do you think the lowest owned stack will be Dallas QB wide receiver? Is that too cute for preseason? I'm fine with some Dallas wide receivers. The QBs, though, I think it's too cute. Tyreek Hill or Sammy Watkins? Sammy Watkins. What defense? Loads of defenses, Rich. What's going on? I like the Lions. Or not the Lions. I like the Texans defense. You could also get to the Cowboys defense based on implied totals and terrible QB play. Good luck tonight, guys. Thank you. Berrios, new wide receiver. Yeah, New England wide receiver Berrios. Yes. Am I pronouncing that wrong? New England's tight ends are banged up. Any interest in Sabert? No interest in him. It's all about Travis Kelce tonight at tight end. or then Blake Bell in the same exact team. Any Rams players to look out for? Yes, Henderson Jr., the running back, and Mike Thomas, the wide receiver, the guys I'm looking out for. Subscribe and followed on Twitter, my bro. Thank you, Rhythm Beast. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. If you're interested in the daily fantasy course, link is down below to my daily fantasy course. I spent as much time as I do everything else on that in terms of putting in a lot of hard work and effort. You can see how I build these stat sheets, which I'm working on right here for the QBs. Obviously, a lot of these guys didn't play last year, so their stats are not coming through. Show you how to build these exact ones that I'll be using in my videos, along with 5.5 hours of other stuff and things like that. So yeah, follow me, subscribe here, appreciate it. What time is it? 6:33. Well, we're gonna do another 7 minutes. Did we get to 100? 97. You guys aren't at 100 yet? What's up with that? What do we got? Just showing up. What all did I miss? Says Nate Lawrence. What's going on, Nate? You missed a lot. Tom Brady is out. He's not playing. So Stidham. We're just gonna call him Stidham. Am I wrong? Somebody pronounce it in the breakdowns. Stidham is going to play probably 2 to 3 quarters tonight, which is going to be way more than Patrick Mahomes, probably 1.5. Andy Reid said word for word, the ones will play the first half or about there. The twos will play the third. The threes will play the fourth. That's the word for word interview. You can look it up on YouTube. So I think the Chiefs on the conservative side play 1.25 tonight, 3 possessions probably. If you think that's more than enough to kind of outlast the Stidham, and his 5 or 6 or 7 possessions tonight, then so be it. So it's going to be close for me. I'm probably going to split them up in my lineups. Cody McElroy, wide receiver, Dallas, big sleeper. Yeah, I've seen the name in some beat writer reports in terms of like guys to look out for. Nothing standing out though right now. But he's sort of a guy who can be, or that sort of player can be a big sleeper in so many different teams. Someone got a fresh cut, says Tyler Cruz. Yeah, you're damn right. I've been looking for a barber here. And the last time I went, I got the F me up. Can't have that. Went again today after not having my hair cut. I usually get a cut every 2 to 3 weeks. Now, though, budgeting, student loans, trying to get those knocked out in a year. Trying to only go once a month. It's brutal, but trying to, make it work. I might just start cutting my own hair. The haircut's decent. Had to come through and line myself up, though, with my own. I got my own Andy's little razor or buzzer. But, yeah, we might just have to start cutting our own hair, gang. Do you like Mahomes and Kelsey will link up? Do you think they'll link up for a TD? Gary Little says, he's really specific. Do you think Mahomes and Kelsey will link up for a TD today? Well, if Kelsey catches a TD, yes. Do I think Kelsey catches a TD? I don't know. Do I think he probably has like 4 or 5 targets today? Yeah, so there's upside to do that. Do I think that happens? No, but I'll say yes if that's what you're trying to bet on and make you push your gambling addiction a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. No, I have no idea. I think Kelsey's a fine play, though, today. There's a lot of touchdown upside. FanDuel flex spot, running back or wide receiver. Wish you could pick second defense. That's funny, actually. Running back or wide receiver. I think there's a lot of good running backs on the slate. There's obviously good wide receivers. It depends on the wide receivers you have, because I think there are a lot of sleeper wide receivers that people are going to overlook, but I lean running back. Cody Thompson, says Jason Cameron. Number 100. We got 100? 102. Let's go. Let's go. Get your questions in. 5 more minutes left. Lots of people be reaching out on the Twitter sphere today. We got like 120 subscribers on Twitter alone today. I don't know how the hell that happened. I was posting shorter clips of the videos. I think when people like those or something, other people get to see them. So that's pretty cool. 107? What's happening? Damn, 20 minutes before I lock, everybody's like, let me go see what Sal's saying. Let me find my pick so I can come back tomorrow and be like, you stink. Someone got a fresh cut, sure did. What's going on? I feel like I'm playing the same 3 running backs too much. Snell, Henderson, Thompson. Yeah, everybody is. Everybody's going to be playing Snell, Henderson, and Thompson today. That's just the way it is. I got to look at these Patriots inactives. So if you want to get away from that, get different at quarterback, wide receiver. You can't play all the chalk and win a tournament. So, yeah. McCole Hardman, Chiefs wide receiver, says Tyler Cruz. Yeah, I think he's fine. He's going to get more run today. And he already got a good amount of run last game. Targets. Number 1 sleeper pick on this slate, Jason Martinez says. I'll give you like 3 or 4. Barrios is one. Now 100 of you know that. Javea Johnson is another one. Blake Bell, I imagine people know about him, but if you don't, Blake Bell, big sleeper for the backup tight end right now. Played really well week 1 and has been playing well in practices. And yeah, that's probably it. Damian Harris, if he plays for New England, is a huge sleeper today. Going to get a lot of overall ownership on those 3 main backs that we talked about, Henderson, Benny Snell, and Darwin Thompson. Harris will be a good player that will get a lot of work if he's indeed in, which I'm going to check in 3 minutes. Hey, Sal, how's it going, man? How's it going, Brian? Cody Thompson, KC. Who is Cody Thompson, Jason? Why do you keep saying that? I have no idea who that is. Is that another running back? I'm talking about wide receiver, is it? That's what I thought. Yeah, wide receiver. I have no actual analysis into Cody Thompson. Nothing. So I'm sorry there. Will Mahomes eat, says Tom Carney. He'll play a quarter and a half. He'll get 3 possessions. On one of those possessions, I imagine he eats. He can do it on all 3. Wide receiver slot. Thank you. No problem. Love your content. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Can I link your lineup and tell me if it's good or not? Can I link you my lineup and tell you if it's good or not? The problem with sending me your lineup and saying if it's good or not is it's a win. It's a lose-lose for both of us. If I say yes and it doesn't work, it's a lose. If I say yes and it somehow works, you're going to keep sending it to me the next times, right? So I would just say just trust your gut based on the analysis in here. There's really not much. I'll probably just say looks good. Like that. Like I'll honestly just say that. That's what I say when people reach out to me on their lineups. Looks good. Because how am I possibly supposed to win in that situation? It does well, and that's because of you, but you keep coming back to me. Or it doesn't do well, and you come back to me saying, what the hell's your problem? So just a lose-lose. He's been good in camp, on the bubble. Those are actually big words, on the bubble and good in camp. Those are really big beat writer words. But yeah, I'll have to look into it more. Thank you, Jason. Is Mahomes playing the whole half? He's going to play, the word-for-word quotes was Mahomes will play, the ones will play the first half or so. So I'm guessing a quarter and a half, 3 possessions out of them at least, or around there. You could charge for it, says somebody, in terms of, I don't know what you're saying for charge for it. No, I don't want to charge for evaluating people's lineups day in and day out. I think that's so cheesy because we all know that there's a huge amount of luck that goes into this. So me evaluating your lineups is not doing anything for you. You can use my information, whether you want to purchase it on Patreon or the course, or you can use the free information. And if that helps you, fine. But I don't want to be the final decision maker on where your money goes because I think those people are a bunch of scam artists. Likely most volume QB today. Stidham, the Patriots quarterback will be the most volume QB today because it's just Brian Hoyer and him, no Tom Brady today. Number 109, because we appreciate your content. Let's go. Fair enough, I guess. I just questioned preseason. Yeah, definitely everybody is. Draftkings NFL till regular season, says Eric. Wish you were playing. This is the best time to play. Higdon Jr. for Houston or Darwin Thompson. So Higdon Jr. is going to be way less low owned, but I still got to go with Darwin Thompson. I'm going Lions, Kenny Golladay. Yeah, there's no way you play Kenny Golladay today. I don't know how you play that. Texans defense tonight. Yes, I like the Texans defense a lot. What are we at? It's 640. I think I'm done here. 111, 111. That's pretty crazy. What's your final question? Does anybody want to donate $500? Get it in there. No, you do. Just kidding. What's your final question? We're going to get out of here. 6:40 a.m. p.m. Used to saying that in the morning. I got 20 minutes to check out all my lineups. 20 minutes to answer some Twitter questions. So Stafford and Golladay are starting. Yeah, they're going to start, but Golladay is going to play like 2 possessions. He might have 2 targets, so you're not going there. Whew. All right, gang. Is that it? We're done? 6:40? Everybody's out of questions? Thanks for your time, man. Thank you for your time. We've been going nonstop today. Everything. Baseball. Now tomorrow WNBA comes back. Tomorrow's going to be a riot. Can't wait. Izzo Hood. Who for? All right. Who's winning a lot of money tonight? There's like 20 grand up for grabs. Is it me? Is it you? Keep up all the hard work. I'm off to finalize. Thank you, Jason. You too. Who for Woodside to throw to? That's a good question, actually. Let me get you that. Every step I... Why am I looking up Woodside right now? Tight ends. I want to see the tight ends out there because, yeah. Hewitt. Whew. Oh, my goodness. I don't have these team names by these names. I have no idea where half these players are on there. What names? Let's see. Tevin Jones. Yeah, that's a good point. Woodside has nobody to throw to out there. I mean, you have Jennings if he's playing today. I think he is. Raymond, there's some reports. Cody Hollister. It'd probably be Hollister for the most part. Played well last week. Why don't I have the notes in here? Not the notes, the team names. They didn't pull over. Raymond and Hollister. Woodside, you're going to get Raymond and Hollister. Raymond had 8 targets last week, caught 6 balls for 80 yards. Hollister got in the end zone. He's been like Woodside's #1 guy in practices and everything. Peace out. You like Kelly. Peace out. No, I don't. Not that much. A little bit. Not that much, though. See you. Good luck. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you. Everybody saying bye. I guess I was asking while trying to get questions in quick. Was play Woodside if he has no targets? Yeah, Commander. It's going to be Raymond and Hollister. Hollister's been sort of his #1 in camp. Scored a touchdown to him last week. And then 8 targets last week for Raymond. Khalif Raymond. So those are the 2 main guys. Hollister, yes. Thanks, Hollister. Thank you. Yeah. What about Damian Harris before you go? Yes, I like Damian Harris as a pivot play to the main 3 guys that are going to get ownership. Henderson Jr., Darwin Thompson, and Benny Snell. Probably like him more so for a pivot to Henderson Jr. But it's only if he's playing. I got to go check everything. Thank you so much, guys. Peace out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the course if you want. Hit me up on Twitter. Peace.